Hi guys, welcome to Original Gamers. I cannot believe, Simon, that
Yes.
next month we're going to be playing Final Fantasy 15.
It's I mean, when you really think about it,
Yeah,
and it's been now like 9 years
that was
ago
insane.
that Versus 13 was first teased, and then they completely scrapped the whole thing and
Yeah.
it was renamed as 15, and we've been down this very long and very windy road.
Yes,
And it's insane to think that in a month's time it'll be here.
it will be. And the thing is, now we can actually say that and actually believe it.
Yeah.
Whereas even still up until a year ago, I've sort of been like, it looks like it's going to come, but I wouldn't have been like guaranteed. So, well, things to look forward to.
Yeah, yeah.
In Final Fantasy 15, a whole new story to go through, a whole new world to explore, new items, new
Yep.
characters. What's the thing that you're most looking forward to about the game?
Oh, I think it's got to be the characters for me. I think the way they've designed the kind of the bromance between the four
Yeah.
dudes, the kind of this idea of a road trip, I really like, and I think it's not really something that they've done before in Final Fantasy. You know, usually in Final Fantasy it is we must get from point A to point B because of such and such. Whereas in this, it kind of feels like the journey is as important as the end of it.
I think that's a good point. I think that's
Yeah.
actually what they want. Yeah, I think it's about, as you said, it's going to be the journey with the people that you're with, and
Exactly.
discovering yourself in the process.
Yeah, whereas instead of kind of like
No need to play the game now. As you know, we know what it's all about.
It's done. It's over. But yeah, it's gonna be so good. And obviously, graphically, we should mention it's gonna be the best to date.
Yes, as you could say that pretty much every Final Fantasy that's ever come out is when it first comes out, you go like, whoa. Drop into the floor.
Yeah, I mean, we probably should mention something that did come about recently is that there will be a season pass to go with the game.
Yeah, that's okay. To be expected, yes. This is how I'd be fine because I don't know if you know what's in the.
No, I don't think anyone knows yet.
So what I would be happy with is if the season pass is stuff that's not necessarily to get. You get more out of the game, but it's not going to be like a story add-on, for example.
Yeah.
It's going to maybe be different costumes for the characters to wear, different weapons to use, items.
Now, for me, I'm gonna.
Songs in the car, sorry.
I'm gonna think. I think it's gonna follow Bethesda's way they do DLC.
I really hope not, but yeah.
Which is going to be that the game comes out as a whole. It has an end. It has a beginning, has a middle, has an end, and you can play it through like that. And you can play the vanilla version, and it'll be a complete game. And you would never need DLC.
No.
But obviously, what Bethesda do is whenever they add DLC, they're just adding on like an extra kind of. Yeah, it's not to do with the ending of the game. It's not to do with the beginning of the game. It's just like a sideways move.
Yeah.
It's something that they kind of add on to the side, and I get the feeling that's what Square will probably do. Which is, I think it will be half an hour's worth of extra story.
Do you think it's going to be a season pass though that's going to be like, say it's going to come out periodically over time? And then that's it. Once that is done, that is it. Or do you think it's going to? Do you think it's going to do a Batman Arkham Knight that's got constant streams of season passes?
I think it's gonna. I think it will be exactly like Bethesda's style of a season pass, where you pay £20 or £30 or however much it's going to be, and then once every 2 months they'll bring out a costume pack. Or I think it will be exactly like Fallout 4, where they did like small, big. Small, big.
Yeah.
I think it will be exactly the same. It's going to be costume, weapon set, story. Costume, weapon set, story. And I bet it'll be just like Bethesda, where they probably have 3 rounds of it, and then that'll be it. And I just the bit that we're all hoping for is that the story parts are supplementary.
Yes.
That they're not necessary.
And I want the storyline to be as gripping as 7. As straightforward in a sense as 7, because to me, with 13, even though I enjoyed the story, it is a bit like kind of whoa, what's going on until that certain point. I want a game that makes sense from the start, but also it's got like plot twists.
Yeah, I mean, I really hope so, because I mean, and I hope that's going to be the case, because we've got Kingsglaive, the animated film coming out.
Looking forward to that.
There's obviously been the anime series.
Brotherhood.
So I think if they're pushing, because those mediums are story based, it's all about the story. So if they're pushing the story that hard, that to me is a hint that the story will be good in the game.
I
We
wouldn't
can
be,
hope.
I wouldn't be surprised if what you're saying about the season pass and if that's going to have story parts. I wouldn't be surprised if some of it's the story that takes part in Kingsley.
Yeah, I mean that
Possibly.
that wouldn't surprise me at all. I mean, they've obviously spent a long time developing this universe that it's set in. That I wouldn't be surprised if some of the DLC is about a completely new character who's kind of observing and Noctis and his gang, and it's just a completely separate character that we get to see, their kind of ride along the side.
Like Ada Wong in
Yeah,
Resident
yeah.
Evil 4.
Yeah.
I mean, we can say as well with the Final Fantasy 15 launch kind of period, this has been one of the most built up.
2 demos,
Yeah, okay, yeah, let's go through
an anime series, a film that I think will be out around the time of the release of the
car.
game.
A car that no one can even have.
Yeah.
The theme tune being actually by a professional band. I mean, that's not too new.
No.
But
all the expos that they've done, their own separate kind of gatherings where they explain stuff.
The active time plots.
Yeah. I mean, they obviously believe this will be the biggest Final Fantasy to date.
The Ultimate Collector's Editions that have already...
Yeah, they were sold out a bit.
I want one. Guys, let me know where I can get one from. I'm happy to pay the normal price, but...
you ain't getting one for that normal price.
People send them for £400 a day after it's been announced.
And they're only going to go up.
That's scary.
They're only going to go higher.
To me, the things that I'm most excited for is the world. I wanna go through this world and be amazed by the visuals, the landscapes.
An interesting question from that is, how big do you want it to be?
Okay,
I think there is.
There's such things too big.
There is definitely such things too big. Yeah.
Oh god, that's a hard question. I mean, you think of even the older school Final Fantasy stuff. They had huge worlds, and then Final Fantasy 13 was too linear. But then once that world opened up, I fucking loved it.
And it was a big game.
Yeah, I don't know. I want it to be big, but I don't want it to be Fallout or Skyrim.
Well, that's the thing. We know it's open world. It's going to be as open world as Square will allow it to be open world. I think it might be the size of something like Fallout. No, because Fallout 4's map was actually quite small.
Yeah, that's
maybe the Phantom Pain. If you combine both areas together, I reckon that could be about the general size of.
I want to go
of 15.
I want to go bigger than that, because what I want to say is I'd like to think that, say, the area of Afghanistan or whatever in Metal Gear Solid 5 is one area of Final Fantasy 15, and I'd like maybe 4 or 5 areas like that.
That would be. Because I bet you all of that together would be about the same size as GTA 5.
Because if you go through bits slowly in the story, you keep up with it though, where sometimes it's kind of if there's nothing to do in certain areas, you're never going to go there.
I think that's another point that we're hoping.
Side quests, tons of side quests, please.
The world needs to seem lived in.
Yes.
The world can't just be empty.
No, Breath of the Wild. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
And one of my biggest concerns, not concerns, but I've not heard anything yet that's made me go that really sounds good. Music. Yeah. Where is the rest of the music, or are they just going for pure kind of atmosphere?
I think they'll just release it when it comes with the game. I think they need to keep some things a surprise. Otherwise,
otherwise
you've already found everything out. So I'm hoping.
It's funny that one of the most things I'm most excited about is just sitting in the car and just listening to the old Final Fantasy tunes.
Yeah, that's going to be incredible.
And I can see that being in the season pass. It's you'll get the whole soundtrack from 7 is going to be have to be what 7.
It's going to be. Aiden's so right. Aiden's so right. It's so true.
Yeah. Yeah. So in summary, let us know, guys, what you're most hyped about. Yeah. Is it going to be everything that we want it to? Is it going to live up to previous games?
Because I guess one last thing we should mention is that Square are kind of riding on this.
Yeah, if this doesn't do well, ain't no more Final Fantasy.
There will be, but they won't be on the scale that this is.
Guys, be fair. Just because it's Final Fantasy 7, you can't rule it out as being a bad game.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I will say that like we love 7.
Yeah.
But a lot of people just instantly be like, well, it's not Final Fantasy 7.
Because that's the thing. If this game doesn't sell well, then we might not get any more mainstay titles. We'll still get the Theorhythms and we'll still get smaller side games, but this could be the last one if it doesn't sell well. So.
As you said, the scale of this has been insane.
Which is why it has to do well.
Yes.
So we all need to band together.
Yeah, September 30th.
Yeah. We all need to show our support.
Yeah, stand by me. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching.
Thank you.
See you guys in a bit.
Arigato!